Apparently everyone in the classroom took my words for some sort of joke, because they were all laughing. Shut up, guys. What's wrong with you? There was some sort of sadistic pleasure in her eyes, as if she was a child who was about to put a lit up match to the chafer beetle. I rushed forward through a random punch without looking. Ow. Who are you? Violin player! It's a friend! This was giving me hope. What should I do? Don't make me choose! Let's think about this logically. So, she's right about there being like a very real threat in the village. And I don't know. But what if I make Elisa like mad and then she freaking comes and gets me? Strengthen. I wanna pick Elisa. For the sake of realism. Snow danced in the air outside the window, following the rhythm of the music that was flowing from around the corner. I jumped off the windowsill, started walking along the hallway, curiosity eating at me. Half an hour I'd spent here waiting crawled at a snail's pace. I wanted to see Polina again. Yeah, his face is different. The music became louder. It streamed out of the half-open door at the far end of the corridor. Do my choices even matter in the end? My music taste was limited to Letov, Chef Cook, the timeless classics, and pop songs I saw on TV, along with music videos that would sometimes be put on tapes as teasers before a movie. But this violin melody captivated me. It felt like a master woodcutter working with delicate wood, a fragile crystal toy, a gust of warm wind. I pressed my cheek against the doorway. Polina was hiding from me in the far end of the classroom, but a shadow that fell on the wall definitely belonged to a girl with a violin. The movements of her bow were so graceful that I felt like I was getting carried away on the waves of music. My heart broke the barrier of my ribcage and started hopping around. Faster and faster it jumped on snow piles, gliding between the pines toward the fiery sun above the windfall. Hello. Got tired of waiting. I was so deep in thought that I didn't hear the approaching footsteps. After bathing in music, Polina felt even more magical. Oh, no, not really. I just was thinking about my comic. For some unknown reason, I lied. You draw comics? Yeah, well, I mean, I want to draw one. Oh. And what will it be about? About the most charming and kind girl that plays a violin, who somehow happened to be in this house of horror. About a fox. Well, I mean, about talking animals who help children who get lost to return home from the woods. And then they dance in the night. Wow. Sounds interesting. Did you come up with it yourself? I lowered my gaze. I got inspiration from looking out the window. Was she actually, like, waiting to help me? We descended to the first floor. What was the hanged man? I opened the door in front of Polina. Dad told me how essential it is to be a gentleman. So you're an artist, huh? Oh, those are pretty gloves. I had a hunch you were different. Special. Are you joking? Me? I'm absolutely average. Semyon is the average one. An average idiot. Can you carry something kind and fluffy inside? Something barked near my leg when we were crossing the schoolyard, interrupting Polina. Eek! Don't worry, it's just Sulka. I stood on one knee and rubbed the barking dog behind the ear. It was frantically wagging its tail like it was some sort of propeller. I looked around the yard, trying to find Elisa. But the fox girl was nowhere to be found, neither in the yard nor on the road. Leave it be. It's a stray, you know? What if it has pests? No, this one has no owner. I think. Polina looked at the playful dog with disgust, covering her mouth with a handkerchief. What? Do you have any food on you? I think I have something left. We'll feed it and go, alright? Be nice to the dog! She took a sandwich out of her bag, threw it to Zolka. The little dog rushed to her banquet, swept away the bread with her nose, and started eating the bologna. What a picky eater. Come on, eat everything. Polina tugged my sleeve, egging me on. Hey, what's wrong? She replied with laughter. The violin girl had literally dragged me out of the school gate, stifling laughs into a fist. I turned around. Zelka followed us with sad eyes as we were leaving. The dog looked especially lonely with the school as the backdrop. And then Polina just stopped laughing. She walked alongside me with a blank stare, completely silent. Don't spread pests. Her remark turned out pretty harsh. Was it really the strays' fault she had to live on the street? They always attack people later. A pack of these almost killed my grandpa last winter. Oh my gosh! That's horrible. Is he still not feeling well? He's paralyzed now. He will never be able to walk again. I remember the scary pack of dogs that was chasing me just a while ago. Oh my god. I'm sorry. It's okay. Polina showed me another enchanting smile, her eyes half closed. What matters is that we understand each other now. I forgot all about Zulka after she said that. Some third graders were throwing snowballs at each other and singing. 1, 2, time to play with you. The owl? Olia. An image of my sister, sitting near the window, bored, looking for me in the twilight, flashed before my eyes. I promised myself that I will go home as soon as I escort Polina. What's the song the kids are singing? It's the second time I hear it today. We were walking down the main street. Somewhere near, a tractor was grumbling, cleaning snowdrifts. Ravens flew across the ashen sky. A flock of black birds circled above us, like scary crosses that ran away from graves. The owl one. It's just a local nursery rhyme. Grandpa used to sing it to me when I was little. He's very knowledgeable about local history and folklore. And what does that rhyme sound like? Listen. She started walking backwards, facing me and smiling. 1, 2, time to play with you. 3, 4, 5, the owl will arrive. 6 on end, the wolf's gray fur will stand. 7, 8, stomp your hooves and wait. For the fox and for the bear, bunny, tasty meals prepare. Okay, so there's an owl, wolf, a fox. Did you say a deer? Did you say there was a deer? What did I just click? Ah, yeah. So we got... There's an owl, wolf, probably a deer, owl, wolf, deer, fox, bear, bunny. There's 6 we gotta look out for. We met the fox already. And the owl's been showing up. I thought that I'd already met a fox this morning. Thankfully, I hadn't met any wolves or bears. As I was looking about the girl by my side, I became strangely brave, so I said something unexpected. You have a beautiful voice. Polina adjusted her hair, slightly embarrassed. Thanks. And is that the end of the rhyme? Did the bunny prepare those meals? Who knows? Nobody will be able to tell you now. It's really old. I'd even say ancient. There's a legend related to it, though. Want me to tell you? Of course. Yeah, give me all the lore. All sort of tribes had lived in the taiga back in the day. Grandpa told me they had this well, some sort of right when a boy was ready to become a man. I listened closely. I mean, I was also really close to that age myself. No, you're not. They would lead him into the woods where he needed to spend 3 days hunting. There's a legend about a young man who went into the taiga and never returned, and then suddenly came back when they already stopped looking for him. He was covered in scratches, dirty, cold. I imagined sleeping among the pines and bare layers. His family rushed to help him, but he just fell unconscious. They brought a shaman. He looked at the young man and his face became grim. He told them that he was in bad shape. The young man convulsed until the morning, repeating that rhyme over and over and over. 1, 2, time to play with you, as if taiga itself was whispering it to him. When the sun came out, he died. But the shaman said that he was already dead when he returned. He came out of the woods as a living corpse and whispered that rhyme with his dead lips. I froze in fear. Are you sure it's not some horror movie? Folklore can be way scarier than movies, believe me. Grandpa said that this tribe just uprooted in a hurry and left to the south. They must have been brave, if they lived here. Polina kicked one of the snow piles with their small boot. Brave, but stupid. Did they need a corpse to appear from the forest for them to understand? Understand what? That they needed to get out of here. There's the big world, and then there's our village. The world, she spread her arms wide. The village. She showed a distance that was almost invisible with her 2 fingers. I often imagine big cities. I can look at the globe for hours, or at Around the World magazines from the library. They have such pretty names. Just listen. Oh dear. Reykjavik, Tel Aviv. Music to my ears. She started circling, her eyes shut dreamingly. The forest towered before us, touching the low clouds. The road fell into the semi-dark between the trees. I could have conquered the stage, performing in front of thousands. And I have stage fright. Oh, you'll get famous another way, by drawing. We both have a future, but what about, say, Semyon? He may just get fatter, and he'll be selling pirozki. Yeah, made from dogs. We burst out laughing, exercising worry from our minds with lighthearted fun. If somebody will even trust him with selling them. Oh, you're right. He can probably eat a whole lot of them in one go. Like I thought, the forest is less scary when you're not alone. I looked around. The snow was sparkling, reflecting the last rays of the setting sun. My pulse fastened from the thought that we were alone. Yes, you were right. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. Person! Suddenly I heard nearby bushes rustle, spilling snow in the ravine. A giant man walked from them, fastening a zipper on his pants. I recognized him. He was in the schoolyard this morning. He gave us an indifferent look and just walked away. What a shady guy. It's so good that you're here with me, Anton. Who knows what this thug would have done if you weren't by my side. She gave me a look full of admiration. And when the big man had almost disappeared behind the trees, she stuck out her tongue at him and laughed. Such a little rascal. Polina rushed through the fire break. Don't fall behind. I never fall behind. You know, the way you speak. Just like a hero from adventure books. I wonder if I did actually just, save her from something horrible that was about to happen. Was she complimenting or mocking me? I didn't want to look for the hidden meaning. Not when we were on such a wonderful walk. I mean, I like books. No, a well-read man. Intriguing. A man? Really? I got embarrassed and my cheeks turned beet red, but I still thanked fate for being able to wander around the forest with Polina like this. Don't wander, get to your destination. The girl suddenly stopped and stared into the darkening thicket without making a sound, as if waiting for something. I felt uneasy all of a sudden. Then she asked me in a cold voice, "Have you been there?" "Where? Deep in the woods?" Polina burst out laughing again, shattering my anxious thoughts. "No, silly. In the big world. In cities with musical names. Does Moscow sound musical to you?" To me, it sounds like the croaking of a frog. Polina froze and looked at me in disbelief. "You've been to Moscow?" "Yeah, when I was little." Polina's eyes started sparkling. "What's it like?" "Well, it's beautiful. Noisy. Neon lights everywhere." Neon lights. It felt like she was savoring those words. "Have you been to the Red Square?" "Of course. It's so bumpy." "I've been to TSUM and... oh dear. Help me. Central Universal Department Store, and Exhibition of Achievements of National Economy, too. I loved the metro the most. It smelled like... like what?" She ran up to me, grabbed me by the sleeve, and stared in my eyes with clear interest. "I can't describe it. Can you draw it?" "What, a smell?" "Great musicians can play smells." "You're lying." "I'll give you the cassettes later." She started twirling the falling snow again. "I'll definitely go to Moscow. But first, to Vienna. It's my dream. The capital of music. Mozart, Beethoven, Strauss. Philharmonic Orchestra. National Opera. I'll be performing, and you drawing." Her enthusiasm spread to me. I wanted to do something, right this moment. "And where do you want to go?" I sighed and confessed. "To Disneyland." I remembered the Finest Hour show again. Oya preferred Call of the Jungle, but I always spent my Mondays in front of the TV. Colorful tables with numbers on signs, and a charming Mr. Supanov at the wheel. And the prizes. Chocolate eggs, video equipment, and the most exciting one, a trip to Disneyland for the winner. My parents promised to take me there, to the land of the mouse. And I believed them at first. Well, maybe they also believed it back then. Now they just reply with silence every time I ask about it, and it saddens me to no end. I have just 3 words in my mind in those moments. But you promised. Polina had seemingly read my mind. Getting there is easier than we think. Everybody has the power to mold their fate. She picked up 2 handfuls of snow, and then, as if she forgot about everything, showed me a sly smile. Want to make a snowman? Sure. When I get back home, I'll make a snowman for Olya too. She'll be so happy. But for now, we were almost done with the first ball, rolling it shoulder to shoulder. Polina was laughing. Locks of her hair fell on her lively face. She was so cute when she blew them away. Oh, there it is. Why is your ball so small, Anton? It'll only work as a head. Make it bigger. Don't be lazy. I couldn't remember the last time I had so much fun. Polina swept her now crimson lips. Did you ever wish to go to another planet? Something flashed in her eyes when she said that. I couldn't really put my finger on what it was. I wonder if she's the fox. To another universe, even. Polina sighed in what felt like relief. Then you should understand me. Our palms glided across the ball of snow, straightening up any bumps it had. An almost ideal white ball rose up in the middle of the clearing. Then another one popped up. We lifted it from 2 sides and placed on the one that served as a foundation. He's beautiful! Finally, Polina helped the 3rd ball to get on top of the other 2. Getting the head to the right place is what I do best. Do you by any chance have a carrot? Alas. There was no fear, no worry at this clearing. Maybe there should be, judging by this shot. I became more daring, ran toward the thicket to crack a couple of branches. I pulled at the intertwining windfall, but Polina's voice suddenly awakened me from my delusion. Anton! Someone is standing there. I turned around, puzzled. Polina was looking at me. No. I had something behind my back. She stared at it, her brows furrowed. Not a single trace was left of the cheerful atmosphere we had a moment ago. Polina. She slowly raised her hand and pointed at the darkness that was approaching the trees in the distance. Someone is standing there. A crooked silhouette, see? Rubbing the pine with their huge hands. I turned around, directing my eyes where she was pointing to. The area around the dry raspberry bushes was empty. There's nothing there. It hid. Behind the tree. The collar of my coat felt suffocating. I pulled on it instinctively. Let's get out of here, maybe? I felt a spasm in my stomach. I smiled weakly and asked, hoping for a good answer. Is this a prank? Polina seemingly lost all her words. She just continued staring deep into the endless forest. Bravery check, I thought, so I stepped toward the glossy black trunk. Polina's gaze pushing me in the back. Why would you do this? Don't. Oh my gosh. I was trying to muster all my courage, but my inner voice was telling me to stop, to curl into a ball, to play dead even, anything but go there, into the writhing darkness. The twilight was sucking me in, limiting my vision. The clearing was a deep well, its walls prohibiting the sunlight from reaching its bottom. I heard the air ring, or was it ringing in my ears? Tinnitus. Got that too. 1 step. 2 steps. I bit my lip to stop myself from screaming if anything happened. There was nobody behind the pine. I sighed and turned back to Polina. Polina, there's nobody. Where did she go? Where is she? Yo, Antoshka. From the darkness behind the pines, just like cavemen from their cave, appeared smirking Semyon with a bunch of his cronies. Why did you just... And who do we have here? Check out this 4-eyed freak, eh? Oi. Polina let out a shriek when the bastards shoved her away from me. They surrounded me like a carnivorous pride, making me step back. Alicia, help! Don't touch the snowman! Am I spit? Semyon's heavy leg blasted through the snowman's belly. My snowman! Balls we rolled crumbled, became a mushy mess, with just a single broken branch poking out. That's a weapon! Polina gasped angrily. I also felt the touch of scalding hatred. The smell of sweat and tobacco attacked my nostrils. The inside of my mouth felt salty, as if I'd licked a battery. Polina, don't be scared. I shuddered after hearing my own voice. It sounded unnatural, rough, and scary. Why would she be scared? Worry about yourself. Fatso spit through the gap in his teeth and pushed me so hard that I hit my back against a tree. Well? This your pants, sucker? I heard Polina's angry voice from behind. Stay away from him! It would have been better if Polina wasn't around. I wish she wouldn't see me in such a shameful position. I feel like Polina could hold her own. Look at this, guys. A girl is defending him. Very cinematic. Yeah, what a wimp. Oh, that's bad. Oh god. Semyon was moving towards me, readying his fist. In that moment, the other delinquent in pants made a loud whistle, and the hulking boy lowered his hand. It was unexpected. Seems like Baburin wasn't the leader of this gang. In reality, they were all listening to the boy, who was looking like a small carnivore with very strong and sharp teeth. They decided against hitting me. They probably wanted to humiliate me in front of the girl first. Damn it. I'm not saying that. And who's that? Another of your girlfriends. What are we talking about? Oh. Only then I noticed Zulka beside my legs, trembling from the cold, snow plastered all over its fur. Probably ran all the way from the schoolyard, searching for our smell. Did you bring the fox? The delinquent squatted in front of the dog and beckoned it with its hand. Don't hurt this hound. Oh my. The others let out nasty laughs. Be nice! The dog's ears perked up and she started carefully moving closer. Yeah, come here. I've got something for you. The hound! The dog didn't even have a chance to sniff him when this animal abuser caught it by the ear and kicked it right under the tail so hard it flew into the nearest snow pile, squealing. Shh, the fox is gonna get him for that. The whole gang burst out laughing and my heart got encrusted in ice. Even the birds that were perched up on tree branches let out frightened caws. Then I noticed something strange. Polina could hardly keep herself from smiling. Does she really hate dogs so much that what the skinny guy did amused her? After locking eyes with me, she changed her jubilant smirk to a thoughtful grimace. Why isn't she running away? I thought in horror. At the edge of my vision, I saw something flash in the illusory twilight of the sleeping forest. Or were that just bushes moving their icy branches in the wind? What is happening? 2 negatives will make a positive. But the stray was already nowhere to be seen. It's getting his friend. What, are you an idiot? Who are you? Which one are you? There's too many, I don't know. You're probably you. Go and show the Four Eyes his place. In a way he'll understand. Yeah, he owes you. Okay, we don't have your name yet. This one whacked you in front of the whole class. Sure thing. I'm trying to figure out names. I don't know anyone. Semyon brought a sizable signet ring with some geometric shape carved in it up to my face. In a moment, I'll hit your face so hard, it'll leave a mark for the rest of your life. Where did all of my inner strength and bravery go? Stop. A wizzy whisper left my lips, and my head tilted forward, hitting Semyon's fist. Red sparks flew from my eyes. What? They're going to gang up on me and beat me up. Roma, tell them to stop. Do you know this guy? Sorry, but the boys need to sort this out, man to man. And you just stand aside and watch. Yasha, give me a hand. Semyon gave me a rough push towards the bastard with the slanting eyes, and he tripped me. I fell in the sharp crust of ice. Fatso stepped on my hand, preventing me from getting up. A painful groan escaped my throat. Did you hear him whimper? I'm not saying that. I don't know. I started to lose breath from anger and resentment. Kick him in the face! Use your feet! The pain was growing. My ear was hot and pulsating pain was shooting through it, like it was cut off and a ball of nettle was soon in its place. Why so silent? I can't pronounce that. This moment I felt pure, unbridled rage, the amalgamation of my anger. Like the sprout's ink, it rose up from the depths of my mind, filling all my thoughts. Start kicking. Morons. Did you know that my dad... Shut up. Semyon burst out laughing. This became the last straw. Fear and anger were grappling inside me like mad dogs. He knows Aikido, got it? And he's a vet. He'll kill the likes of you with his eyes closed. One word from me and he'll Romka lifted up his arm, stopping my torrent of lies, and made a couple of steps forward. Semyon slowly backed off, giving me an opportunity to stand up. Pines were swaying back and forth like solemn guardians. Did he believe me? He's smaller than the other guy. We can take him. Or was he confused by my face, twisted with rage? The vet, you say? My dad also fought in the war. In Afghan. And yours? Mine too. Oh, really? And what force did he serve in? I stumbled. Fear chopped at my rage's throat and made it bleed. Did you think I'm so easy to trick? I can see through all your lies. There was a nasty smile on his face now. This didn't bode well for me. Well, you've asked for this. Don't punch me. The teacher saved you at school, but here. That's right. Pray that they find your dead body come spring. If only you stayed silent. Wouldn't have lost a hair. Hitting Fatso is one thing. Some of the stuff like Afghan, where my dad spent time under fire on international duty, is plan of death. Okay, I think I had to figure out. Give him a good pounding, Sioma. Whoever. I can't keep track of these names. Delinquents closed in on me again, and I ended up in front of Semyon. Blood was pulsing in my temples. Roma, please stop them. How do you know this kid? You've proved your point. Let us go. You can go anytime. And we'll take out the trash in the meantime. What bugged me at that moment wasn't... Well, we're going way over time. Whoopsie. What bugged me at that moment wasn't even the humiliating attitude from Romka, but rather how sweet Polina had addressed him. The delinquents are pushing the girl toward the pines. Branches were swaying back and forth as if whispering something, giving me hope. I gritted my teeth, fighting the thought that I looked silly, and took a boxing stance I often saw in the movies. What are you, Mike Tyson? This was my first ever fight. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. If I don't kick the bucket, of course. Where did you just go off to? At the edge of my vision, I noticed the darkness writhe again, as if someone was walking back and forth there. I sensed Roma's claws grab my backpack. Give me your stuff. That. It'll get in the way. I was about to refuse, unwilling to cooperate with the bastard, but then he fished a butterfly knife out of his pocket with one smooth motion, spun it as if showing off, and put the blade to my neck. Hey, easy, buddy. I can make it painful. Let out a cloud of steam instead of words. Romka pulled with all his might, and my backpack ended up in his hands. Polina shrieked. Romka winked at her as if saying, "Don't worry, I've got this." Calm and relaxed. What is happening? How do you know this guy? An insidious smile on his face, he looked into my backpack. Are you hiding something from us? Some rat stole my school shoes. Let me see if it was... And what's this? Romka gave me a dubious smile. I have rabbit scissors. So what do we have here? My text and notebook's fell in snow. He was holding my backpack in one hand and something weird in the other. It looked like... a mask. Romka lifted it high, as if showing to someone else, to someone in the treetops, in the twilight among the trees. Why do I have that? An old bunny mask. Long, worn-out ears, barely visible nose and whiskers, mangy fur on the sides. Where did it come from? Who put it there? Semyon laughed. It's way past New Year's, moron. Are you really a loony? It's not mine. How come it's not? It was in your backpack. Romka was watching the scene unfold with an evil smile on his face. Savages, this is the first time you see a mask. You know what? Put it on. Why? Because I'm telling you to. You'll hop like a bunny for us. Yeah, come on. Or we'll leave you pantless, eh? Not when Polina's here. I won't. Sioma, put it on him. She rushed to his friend's side. That was an evil giggle. And took the worn-out mask from him with a buffoonish bow. And he passed it to Semyon, who was already rubbing his hands in anticipation. I looked around the pine woods, as if waiting for help. As if the shadows that writhed around us would take pity on me and take my side. Branches looked like arms, twisted in unusual angles. Maybe I would have been better off if I went with the fox. Blackened bark was their charred skin, and the darkness was the smoke they produced. I can't run. Won't get away. They'll catch me. And then... No, I won't run. Won't abandon Polina. Let me warn you, Sioma. If you won't hop, You'll take his place, got it? Look at him. He's a total loony. This loony has already smacked you in the face. Uncle's right. Come on, assert your dominance. Or it'll make you hop so hard your tits will fall off. He must indeed be scared of Veronica. What's he gonna do? Semyon swore silently and glared first at me, then at Polina. Here. It'll fit better this time. Ew. Held a huge ball of spit on the inside of the plastic bunny face and put it close to mine. Ew. His spit looked like a squashed spider. His face twisted. He spasmed like a beast. Like he wanted to tell Semyon something, but then he suddenly stopped. Polina covered her face with her hands in terror. They know something's up with these masks. Semyon was still close by, with a disgusting smirk on his face and a terrible smell coming from his mouth. Put it on, fast, or you're dead. The mask almost looked even more disgusting now, yet despite everything, I felt like it was a chance for salvation. It could become my second skin. If only I was to put it on. If only my face was to touch its bumpy surface. I'm sure the fur will glitter, the ears will tremble like they're alive. I just need to put it on and Semyon and his friends will be gone. Forever. I feel like there's some magic here, and I'm all down for magic, so let's put the mask on. I reached out. My hand wasn't shaking anymore. Semyon handed me the mask and let out an evil laugh. The fur felt warm to the touch, just like I expected. I got goosebumps. Electricity flowed through my spine. This is it. My salvation. A voice whispered to me from the well of my subconscious. Just put it on and nobody will hurt you. The forest froze, gazing at me with cracks in the bark. I acted slowly. Took off my glasses. Got rid of the nasty spit on the papier-mâché. Thank you. There was movement inside of the bunny face. As if something was trying to break out. And I needed to help it. I lifted up the mask, and it started moving it toward my flaming cheeks. Just like in that movie with Jim Carrey. This mask had power. This mask had strength. The carton touched my skin. It enveloped my skull, my nose, took the shape of my face. It smelled like an animal lair in pine. My lips touched some sort of hard, wavy material. My armor. Strangely enough, through the slits of the old carnival mask, I was able to see as good as through my glasses. A trio of boys frozen in the clearing, snowflakes frozen in the air. The trees whose shadows formed black streams towards me. The music is frightening me. And a weird silhouette in the early twilight, behind the windfall. In all that silence, Semyon nervously whispered, "Hey guys, what's up with him?" I broadened my shoulders. My muscles felt like they were made of steel. Invisible plumes of fog flew toward me, breaking off the trees. I was absorbing the forest's power with every pore of my body. I smiled underneath the mask. No, I showed my teeth. My fists were itching, and my stomach was growling. He's turning. You asked for this. I made a step forward. Semyon carefully stepped toward me as if he was walking on thin ice. The trail from my dreams snaked in front of me again. Endless and luring. It was beckoning me away from all the problems to the new wonderful world, the world of Magic Neverland. I pulled on the zipper, opened my coat, and threw it into the snow with a fast motion, then growled. It felt like something was frantically looking for the exit underneath my skin. I went towards Semyon. He's turning. Turning. To a retard. The clearing blew up in hysterical laughter. Yasha was clutching his stomach. Emma smirked, shaking his head. Semyon, who was laughing the most out of the three, spat on his knuckles and waved his fist like a club. You're such a moron, Toshi. Fists collided with my mask. The fur didn't dampen the blow at all. There was no power, no magic smoke coming from the pines. I flew toward the bushes and landed on my butt. To my horror, Polina, pale in the face, stood behind the back of the jeering trio. She looked at me with a mix of surprise and bewilderment, and maybe even disappointment. What else did I expect? That I would turn into a superhero and save her after putting a piece of old carton on my stupid face. My vision, bolstered by adrenaline a moment before, returned to normal. Polina's nervous face became blurry again. Now that was something. I thought he'd get on all fours and tear us to bits, like a carrot. Yo, did you see that, huh? Did ya? Does this count as him hopping? This was even better. I sobbed. The mask had one advantage. If I cried now, nobody would see my tears. What a loony. You belong in a loony house. For animals, eh? Semyon put his knee into the snow pile. We are well above time. And ripped the glasses out of my maimed fingers. Give it back, idiot. Give my glasses back. I won't make it home. Have you heard that bunnies have a good sense of smell? So don't worry, just use it. Hippity hop, hippity hop. Semyon shoved the trophy into his pocket and flashed me a toothy grin. Besides, bunnies don't wear glasses. Now scram, Rita. I stood up, still wobbly. The trees became a blurry dark wall. 4 bright silhouettes were wobbling around me. There were black spots on them, their eye sockets and mouths, but it looked to me like there was more of them than it should be. Polina felt around aimlessly. One of the figures was about to rush towards me, but was stopped by another. Don't worry, Big Ears. We'll escort Polina ourselves. She'll be in safe hands. You know, there are a lot of shady types snooping around here and all. Right, Polina? She didn't reply, just stepped back toward the bushes. I was overflowing with despair. I turned toward the forest. Min's boot came to my rescue, kicking me in the butt and quickening my shameful retreat. Hippity hop, hippity hop. I threw the mask into a ravine out of spite, and then zigzagged through the firebreak, alone in a giant snow-laden world. The trunks around me bent in all directions. Their treetops disappeared into the darkness above me. The sky was pushing me down. I wanted to cry, but my eyes were completely dry by now. Only sadness and longing were left. A desire to bury myself under the snow, or leave for the Neverland, joining Vova and Senya. I didn't care where to go, I'm just somewhere far away from here. Somewhere very far away. My home! Hey, what's this? Where are your glasses, Anton? Did you lose them? See, How can you be so careless? Do you think I own a money printing press? Yeah, right. You'll be wearing your old glasses until next year. Olya rushed to me. I saw a fox! Surprise akin to a shotgun blast. I could only flap my lips and reply. The cup shattered into many little pieces with a loud bang. My mom let it fall from her hands. Her face was pale and her eyes were glued to the ground. This pause, just a split second, felt like an eternity. Then my mom spoke with disappointment. First it was an owl. Now it's a fox. Will you ever get tired of this? But it's true. She was so fluffy. She stood on her back legs near the hedge, just like a person. The fox called my name, but then Mom came and she fled. There was no fox. Stop making things up. Don't go near her. If it was necessary, I was ready to shake my sister as if she was a doll made of cloth. What's wrong, Tosha? Don't go. Hear me? Mom entered the hallway and gave me a surprised look. I hesitated. Well, a fox will bite you. I remembered fairy tales where foxes used to kidnap children. I imagined Alicia, liberated, carnivorous, running through the night forest with a dangling sack in her hands. It wasn't a real fox. Tell him, Olya. She stood on 2 legs and she wore a dress. And she was real. See, Mom showed us a tired smile, as if it was the only explanation needed. I also forced myself to smile. My smile was like a thin piece of soap, right before it dissolves completely in her palm. But when I was left alone with my sister, I whispered, "If you see her again, run." Shut my eyes and threw the vitamins in my mouth. Wash them down with water. Please stop driving me mad, please. I was doing my homework on Friday evening, like usual. I'd already finished the hard part. There's only my art homework left, my favorite subject. We have a free minute. This is where we're stopping. I know we didn't have an official ending last time because I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely have enough time to make it to the end of the chapter, and then I in fact did not. So this is gonna have a really awkward, broken up ending and beginning, but it's cool. No one cares about that stuff anyway. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to support the channel. A lot went down. Yeah. a lot went down. But anyway, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye. Okay, you coming? Yes, just leave. Am I dead?